Bruce Thompson for BT Pilates. Daily repair exercises for posterior tibial tendonitis. These have to be done daily. If you don't do them daily, you will not get a fix. So it's good if you actually keep some notes and perhaps write up some notes, put them in your wallet. Here's my set of notes, and here's the exercises. We've got standing isometric, seated isometric. We've got eccentric versions of the above. We've got strengthen for the support muscles, and they will know what that means soon. We've also got mobilization and stretching and massage. And so we need to do 5 minutes a day, preferably 5 minutes twice a day, and just keep going. It's going to take at least 3 months to start settling a painful posterior tibial tendon, and just bring the foot alignment back where you begin to get control of the problem. So let's get started. This is the list I'm going to keep in my wallet, by the way. So we'll just start with isometric. Isometric means you load a muscle and then just hold without moving it. A standing isometric, it's good just to practice with a ball. And this will show you the very, very proper and correct postural corrections that you must put in place to make these exercises work. You see here that the feet are pointing forward, and in fact the front of the feet are a little narrower. The ankles go a little wide and the knees go wide. We're bandy-legged. That's the bandy-legged. Just fix that shape in your mind. We keep that at all times when we're doing these exercises. Now we put in some special control work into the balls of toes, namely squeeze the balls of toes together and press into that space between the ball of first and second toe. In we go. Now if we feel reasonably strong, we can put the weight over onto one leg, squeeze the balls of toes together, press to the spot between ball of first and second toe, off we go. And then the other side. Squeeze the balls of toes together, press through the spot between ball of first and second toe, off we go. Now ideally we do 2 minutes on each leg, and do it once a day for 3 or 6 months, however long it takes. Make it an easy habit. Maybe you can read the newspaper while you're doing this. So if we haven't got a ball, we can go to the alternative, having the legs a little wider at the hips, ankles and heels up, knees wide, squeeze the balls of toes together and press through the spot between first and second ball of toe. We can do a seated version of isometric. You'll notice again the front of the feet are closer together. It's kind of pigeon-toed. We press the balls of toes into the ground, the toes will press too, and we push the shins out against the side of the chair. Not all chairs can be used this way, but this one's a nice comfortable one for that. Pressing the balls of toes together, narrowing the front of the foot, pushing into the ball of first and second toe. So that's the isometric. See, we're making the muscle contract, but there's no movement. Really nice, safe place to be if we want to minimize pain due to arthritis or tendonitis in this situation. Eccentric work is when you load a muscle and then lengthen under load. It's going to look something like this. We're loaded, and then we put the weight on one leg and lower. We come up on 2, and we go down on 1. Down on 1. And when we're down on 1, we're squeezing the balls of toes together, and you guessed it, pressing into ball of first and second toe. And you'll set a number that you'll do each day. I'm going to suggest you try doing 10. What happens if you're just not strong enough to do that? Get the help of a chair back or bench, so you can lean into the bench to take the weight off the feet, get them up, knees and ankles wide, lowering on both. Now we can do eccentric, just seated in a chair. It's going to look like this. Loaded, ankle wide, knee wide, press down. Ankle wide, balls of toes, we know about that now. Make sure we do both sides. So that's the seated and standing. Next one's just a simple thing to get support muscles working other than the posterior tibial muscle and tendon. Just sit into a wall and get the toes up, and now steer your feet. You're rocking your feet one way and then the other. And you might be curling your toes, lifting your toes, but there's a lot of muscles that are going to help the posterior tibial do its job. So for doing daily exercise work, we can always use a good doorstep. Here we've got a portable doorstep. The same applies about the configuration. Knees wide, bandy-legged, push into the balls of toes, and specifically into the ball of first and second toe, and we just lower. We can let the knees rotate in, up, push into the balls of toes, and we can let the knees rotate in. Notice that I'm not taking it all the way down, and I'm always got the weight on both legs. We do not want to overload this posterior tibial tendon when the toes are coming up close to the knees. So it's a moderate load. Mobilizing. Now, if your posterior tibial tendon is sore on one foot, well, you're going to offload it and make the other foot work a little harder. And again, 10 each side is a good place to be. Now, it's good to massage the posterior tibial muscle, and we do this by massaging along the center line of the calf. A firm tennis ball, a raised platform, such as a block of wood, or a portable doorstep, and the center line of the muscle. And there we go, that's the bottom end of the posterior tibial. It's sitting there, the other side of these calf muscles. And we can just bring the ball up a bit, roll it up a bit more. And basically up to within about 5 centimeters of the actual crease of the knee. We can, while seated against the wall, just use our thumbs and the posterior tibial center line of the calf muscle. That's where we'll find it. It's surprising just how sore and overworked this posterior tibial muscle can be. Now, while we're at it, we can massage the sole of the foot. And by the way, we can actually see the posterior tibial tendon. You might be able to see it just around here. And the action of the posterior tibial tendon, that's it. It's shortened. It's doing the action of what posterior tibial muscles do. Long and short. We can massage the foot. And this one is not feeling too bad, but you're specifically looking for sore spots along this big arch here. This one, ow. We need to massage this regularly, and this is the way I'm going to do it. Not pushing the knot in the muscle directly down on the bone, but just sort of sideways there, just that way. And it feels like a rock inside there. So that's why I'm pushing that sideways that way. Now, with the aid of a hard tennis ball, we can massage the soles of the feet, get the muscles strong there. They're going to do the support work that will help the posterior tibial. There's a posterior tibial in the long position, and it's finding it very difficult to roll the ankle up and lift the foot arch. But if we get the foot arch muscle strong under the foot, it's going to help. The massage is going to help. And so we've got the heel down, the heel sliding forward, and then we can also do a longitudinal massage one end of the sole of the foot to the other. Nice to always compare. This is my PT foot. Yeah, it's a little bit requiring of massage there. There's overworked muscles there alongside the overworked posterior tibial. Yes, that's good. This is Bruce Thompson for BT Pilates, sharing with you daily exercises for posterior tibial tendonitis.